Okay, we are going for the second try on our Mexican pickled carrots. And I bought this slicer off of Amazon, and it definitely is much safer than the one I had borrowed from my daughter. Still a little awkward learning to use it, but definitely a lot safer. This one came with 6 other attachments. We're doing different types of grading, so that'll be handy. And mostly I got these all done up before I started this video, just because I didn't want you to have to sit through me grading all these carrots. It would not be a fun video to watch. But what you'll be able to see is that we end up with a really nice container full of sliced carrots, all ready to go. And I've already sliced up the onion and the garlic, so we're going to head for the stove. Okay, the first thing they want us to do is heat the oil, and this, I've doubled the recipe, so instead of 2 tablespoons of oil, we're going to be putting 4 tablespoons of oil in here. And this recipe actually called for olive oil, which I definitely like using better than vegetable oil. Okay, our oil is heated up, and so now we're going to add our carrots. And this is 2 pounds of carrots. Again, I'm doubling the recipe. And you're supposed to stir these in here for 5 minutes, stirring consistent the whole time. That way we will get them well covered in the oil and the cooking process started, because you do need to cook these down a little bit, otherwise your pickled carrots would be crunchy completely. Okay, now we're at the stage of adding our onion and our garlic. And this recipe calls for half an onion, and since I'm doubling it, I'm putting in a whole onion. It also calls for 3 cloves of garlic, so I'm adding 6 cloves of garlic. And if you wanted your carrots to be, now this cooks for 2 to 3 minutes. If you wanted your carrots to be spicy, this is when you would add your peppers, but I do not like hot stuff. In fact, my kids like to tease me that something that I think is hot and spicy is not very spicy at all. And also, you guys, if you're watching my videos, sometimes I pronounce words wrong. I don't hear the phonic sounds very well. And it's called Debbieisms with my family. They get a great joy out of harassing me for pronouncing words wrong. And if you can believe it, my grandsons too have picked up on the habit. But it's all in good fun. But it is why sometimes you will hear me pronounce a word wrong, because I cannot hear the phonic sound in it. So this now we cook for 2 minutes, get everything nice and softened up, and then we'll go on to the next stage. Okay, we're ready for the last ingredients to go in. Again, I'm doubling this recipe, so we are adding 4 bay leaves and 1 teaspoon of salt, 10 peppercorns, and 2 teaspoons of dried oregano. Put this in. Excuse me, get it all mixed around good in here. And then we add 2 cups of white distilled vinegar and 2 cups of water. So equal parts water to equal parts vinegar. And then you want to turn this down to a simmer and let this cook for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, we'll let it sit and cool off before we put it in the jars. So if you like watching my video of making Mexican pickled carrots, hit that follow button or that subscribe button and come back and watch me get them in the jars and get them in the refrigerator.